You're such an asshole.
Hey everybody, HassleConsulting.com. Go there if you got a question. We got kind of an interesting, unique question. And who wrote? Leanne writes. Just want your opinion. As a woman, every time I sign up and pay for a yearly Tom Leykis P1 subscription, I can't help but think, is my situation analogous to that of the hypothetical Jew contributing to Hitler? I would like your opinion on whether you think I'm stupid or insane to pay for a yearly Leykis P1 subscription when I have the option of listening for free. No, you're not stupid or insane for paying for that. I'll explain why, but no, it absolutely is worth it. So, the following is just an opinion of mine. On one hand, I find much of Tom's show very entertaining, but on the other, some of his topics make me feel attacked and demeaned as women, just as a woman. Just an opinion, but I think that in a certain way, one of Tom's intents is to reduce the self-esteem of women so they can be easier prey for Leykis 101 men. In other words, he is out for my demise. I don't fall for it, yet I wonder if I should be supporting this cause. When Tom gets on one of his women are the devil rants, I feel beaten over the head. Everyone has the option of listening to Tom's show for free, but my values deem that if I listen, I should contribute. Well, that's very good and nice of you. That's because I know most people don't, because I listen to most podcasts for free. Although I do donate to what's his name, Molyneux, just because that's the thing. He doesn't do ads, and it's like okay, and I do want to be on the show, but that's very noble and fair of you. I believe that were Tom in my shoes, he himself would not pay for something he could get for free. What do you think? P.S. I would like a video response, but I understand if you prefer not to respond via video. In my opinion, Tom tends to be very litigious. And you do not want him coming at... Well, Tom's not going to come after you because I advertise on Tom's show. And I just... Yeah, I'm not worried about this because I know what's going on here. I don't think there'll be any anonymity. Here's the deal. And I took a couple notes. I'll pull up my notes. What you're falling into the trap is the me versus all women kind of thing. And it's like, for example, I'm very hard on black women because I think as a group, they are atrocious in their behavior, especially in regards as to how they've treated black men. It's in part why I wrote the book, Black Man's Guide Out of Poverty. This doesn't mean I don't like black women or if black women are in my life and like any other person, they've earned my respect and they are good people and my friends. And I do. I have actually a fair amount of black female fans and friends on the internet. And what you have to realize is, be it Tom or anybody else, talk show, especially if we're going to talk about a group of people, you can't individually address each individual person. That you have to talk in generalities. And a lot of Tom's show, as is any show, is about political philosophy, dating, economics, and you have to treat, of the 7 billion humans on the planet, we have to make kind of groups. The Russians, X, Y, and Z. Well, I'm sure there's some Russians back in the Soviet days that didn't want to kill Americans. Probably a lot of them. But we have to treat the Russians, if you're old enough to remember the 80s, as a typical group. So what and I wish all people, not just people, women that listen to Tom Leykis, but would realize that it is not a personal offense to you. What is required is intellectual honesty. Say, okay, is this group that I may be a part of, do they exhibit these type of behaviors? For example, there's plenty of black men who, just as much as you would like to, pull a wedgie up on those fucking idiots with their fucking pants drooped down to their kneecaps. All right? And if you listen to, say, like O'Shea Jackson, he'll be the first one, black gentleman. He'll be the first one to say, man, those stupid motherfuckers get that. And he uses even worse language than I would. So to really get the intent and to enjoy the show and to not worry about this, you have to ask yourself this question: am I the type of person that Tom is talking about or any talk show host is talking about? And typically not, right? So when it comes to the show, this is particularly Tom's show, what you have to realize is that you are in the locker room, okay? This is a show for guys. Girls, up until Tom, quite literally, Tom was a pioneer. He was the one that came in, had a terrestrial radio show. Now everything's on the internet. But until that time, there really wasn't a place for guys to go. Women had their women's magazines and this and the show, oh my God, women. And then also, and Tom came along, the internet, and guys had their locker room back, right? And just as women can go and talk at the hair salon, men have every fucking right to talk at the barber shop. And this doesn't mean a girl can't poke her nose into the barber shop, even sit in the barber shop, but it's a fucking guy's place. And they're going to talk guy talk, and we're going to use our language, and we're going to curse and swear. Just as if you go over to O'Shea Jackson's site, he uses vernacular that I can't use on my site. But you know what? That is a black YouTube channel, and that is what it's going to be. So you can say you can understand it. Oh, okay. They're not, they're not really angry, or this, this is just how guys are, and accept that. Or you can say, oh my God, how do I fit into this barbershop? How do I fit into the black male YouTube channel? You don't. It's not intended for you. But I'm sure that you're more than welcome to listen, and I'm sure, be it the sponsors or a P1 program like Tom has, they appreciate if you patronize them, and that's fine. The second thing is that you have to realize, especially when it comes to the male-female dynamic, if you're in, I'm assuming you don't have any older brothers, but I was an older brother, but if the little sisters came in and wanted to play ball, fine, you can play ball, but you're playing ball on our terms, and if there were anyone else out there, any other neighborhood kids that would kind of pick on it, you are a little sister. Now, this depended. Were you a good little sister? Did you obey the rules? Did you play by the rules by the neighborhood or play baseball with us? Or did you go narc on us on mom? Because if you were narc and you're a pain in the ass sister, we'd let the neighborhood kids beat up on you. But if you're treating us good, you're an honest person, you're one of the guys, then you get this older brother effect. And yeah, okay, they're slamming on women, but they're not slamming on you. And they actually very much cherish you and appreciate you. And this I have many, well not many, well okay, I do have many, but as a percentage, only about 10% of my audience is female. But we very much appreciate, both me and my readers, followers, and all that, very much appreciate the handful of women that we do have that come in. So you're like the little sister, and you have all these older brothers that will protect you. So while they're cursing and swearing, you can't deny their experiences. Their experiences are real. They went out into the real. This is what they experienced. Not with you. They like you. They have you there. They appreciate you. Now, of course, you may disagree with them, but just because they're angry and raging here in the locker room, and they may be saying something you're like wincing at, you can't take it personally. The fact you're in there means you're probably their little sister. You're the little, and they're going to protect you, and they like you and they cherish you. And they're not always. This isn't a girl show. They're like, oh my God, Tina, you're so amazing. That's not that. It's kind of like, hey, how you doing? Hey, look, Ann's in the house. Hey, a buddy of mine, his wife, he met her, and she took him out. They were out all night, and then she was going to go back to her place. She says, do you want to stop at another bar? It was like 5 a.m. He was like, oh, okay, fine. And he was getting tired. So she gives the secret knock. This is in the 70s. And they open up and they're like, hey, it's Len. It's a bunch of old guys, but they all appreciate it like their little daughter. So, and I'm sure there was crass lewd talk going on in that bar, but again, you're in the locker room, it's the same thing. So, try not to take it personally, and then also kind of cherish the position that you have, where you're one of the few, but very welcomed and liked females in that group. And then finally, you got to ask, do you like the truth or not? All right. Tom Leykis, among many of these other shows, what they are doing is they're simply speaking unpopular truth, politically incorrect truths. And you have the choice of either liking the truth or not. Now, again, you can't take it personally. But do women initiate the majority of divorces? Yeah. Do women respond and have sex more when you dismiss them and lower their self-esteem? Yes. It's not, what's the word I'm looking for? It's not nice. Maybe you wish it was another way. It's kind of a sad fact, but the real world is not all puppies and flowers. Ask yourself the simple truth, is it the truth? It doesn't mean that it's you, like, oh my gosh, he's telling me to lower myself. Well, you know better. We're talking about guys who just want to get a wham bam thank you ma'am done. We're not talking long-term relationships or a quality relationship that would last more than a one-night fling. And that's not you. That's not the category that you're in. So try not to think of it as us, them, male, female, liberal, conservative, black, white. Ask simply, is it the truth that this guy is saying? And this doesn't mean you have to tune in all the time, or if someone's talking about a topic that you really wince, like, let's say he's talking about abortion or something. Okay, yeah, maybe you don't tune in. But simply ask yourself, is it the truth of what this person is saying? And what you'll find on Tom's show, a lot of different talk shows, is, especially now in today's world, especially with feminism and how much of a fucking free reign they've had, there's so many lies that they're telling to young boys and girls out there, and girls too. There's just so much lies, propaganda, and outright bullshit that he's doing the Lord's work. That's why I call him Saint Leykis on my podcast. And I always reference him on the show, because he does do he helped me out. He helped out millions of young men, and probably millions of young women if they listen. So it may be cringeworthy. You may not like that. It may be too crass. But the real world, real human nature is not happy in flowers and puppies and roses. And so you simply have to ask yourself, is he speaking the truth? So yes, I absolutely think women should be listening to Tom Leykis. I know they may not like to. It may not be their cup of tea. They may want to like, Fifi and Fufu we're gonna make quesadillas today. Yay! And they, fucking, what was I watching? Rachel Ray? Oh my fucking God, it was painful. I mean, I could see, fine, go watch that. But yes, women should absolutely tune into Tom Leykis, but just be prepared. You're actually pretty smart if you would, because you want to see what guys think. Holy shit, you want to talk about truth right there. Well, you think Salon and XO Jane and fucking all these girly girl shows and Oprah and all them, you think they know what men are like? If you want to know what men are like, go tune into Tom Leykis. You'll find out what they're really like. Start tuning into guys' shows. You'll find out what they're really like. Instead of relying on some girl with her fucking doctorate and some worthless bullshit degree, speculating on what men is like, and has never sat and had a beer or played a poker game in her life. So yes, I think women should listen to Tom Leykis. Maybe not all the time, just you may have other things to do, you may have other interests. But it'll do a world of good, and you have to go in with an open mind, a non-judgmental mind, not a us versus them mind, and just say, okay, like an observational mind, saying, this is the locker room. And this is how men are, and they're not going to change, okay? Stop trying to change us, ladies. No good. We're not. I'm telling you for your own good. Not because it's like, oh, they might change us. No, you're not going to change us. It's annoying when you try to change us. And you're failing. You're wasting your time. So we're trying to save you your time for trying to go in and observe. Try not to get angry. Try not to get pissed off. But just observe and realize this is what guys are like. And I think we'd make a huge gain in the world. Huge gain in understanding and progress. We're like, okay, that's what guys are. This is a guy place. Huh, interesting. All right. And we're not going to change it. We can't change it. We should accept that's what guys are. And maybe we should change our strategy on how we interact with them. So, anyway, that's all I got. Hope that helped out. But yeah, blowmeuptom.com. You guys go there, tune into Tom Leykis. Boys, if you haven't tuned in, I know I got some listeners. I think pretty much all my viewers know who Tom is. But if you haven't, go listen to Saint Leykis. blowmeuptom.com. Anyway, that's all we got. We'll catch up with you kids later. Tools.